Stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Stop saying, I will speak English tomorrow. Tomorrow is not coming. And if you keep thinking instead of speaking, nothing will ever change. This is not just another English lesson. This is about fear. This is about the voice inside your head that says, what if I make a mistake? This is about the silent pain of understanding English but not being able to speak it. Maybe this is your story. You watch English videos every day. You read comments. You understand many words. You know grammar rules. You know tenses. You know vocabulary. But when someone looks at you and says, can you speak English? Your heart starts beating fast. Your hands feel cold. Your mind becomes empty. You forget everything. Why does this happen? You're not stupid. You're not bad at English. You're just thinking too much. In the beginning, you were excited. You started learning English with hope. You bought a notebook. You wrote new words. You promised yourself, this year, I will speak fluently. Days passed. Weeks passed. Months passed. You kept studying, but you did not speak. You were waiting to be perfect. You were waiting to know every grammar rule. You were waiting to feel confident. But confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes after speaking. This is where many learners get stuck. They think first. They translate every sentence in their head. They check grammar again and again. They try to build the perfect sentence. But in real life, there is no time for perfect sentences. Conversations move fast. People do not wait. And while you are thinking, the moment is gone. But what happened next? One day, something small changed everything. It was not a big event. It was not magic. It was not a special course. It was a simple decision. I will speak, even if it is wrong. At first, it felt uncomfortable. The first sentence was slow. The second sentence was broken. The third sentence had grammar mistakes. But something powerful happened. The world did not end. No one laughed. No one shouted. Nothing terrible happened. This is where everything changed. The fear was not real. The fear was only in the mind. When you speak, even with mistakes, you send a message to your brain. I am brave. And your brain starts believing it. But the struggle was not over. The next day, fear came back. Again, the heart beat faster. Again, the mind said, wait. Not now. You are not ready. But this time, there was a different answer. I do not need to be ready. I just need to speak. So you spoke again, and again, and again. Some days were good. Some days were embarrassing. Sometimes you forgot simple words. Sometimes you said the wrong tense. Sometimes you felt small. But every time you spoke, you became stronger. Let me ask you something. What is worse? Making a mistake for 10 seconds? Or staying silent for 10 years? Think about that. Silence feels safe. But silence is expensive. Silence steals opportunities. Silence closes doors. Silence keeps you invisible. You want a better job. You want to travel. You want to talk to people from other countries. You want to express your ideas. But you cannot do that if you stay quiet. And here is the truth no one tells you. Fluency is not perfect English. Fluency is brave English. Fluency is simple English. Fluency is speaking without stopping yourself. There was a time when you avoided conversations. When someone started speaking English, you looked at your phone. You smiled and stayed quiet. You hoped the moment would pass. But one day, something different happened. Someone asked you a simple question in English. Your mind said, stay silent. Your heart said, try. There was a small pause. It felt like a long silence. No one saw this coming. You opened your mouth. You spoke. The sentence was not perfect, but it was clear. and the other person understood you. They answered. The conversation continued, and in that moment, something powerful happened inside you. You realized you can do this. You do not need big words. You do not need complicated grammar. You just need courage. This was the turning point. From that day, you made a new rule. Speak first. Improve later. Not improve first. Speak later. You started speaking alone in your room. You described your day in English. You talked to yourself in the mirror. You recorded your voice. At first, you did not like your accent. You did not like your mistakes. But slowly, you noticed progress. You were speaking faster. You were thinking less. You were feeling stronger. And then came the biggest challenge. A real conversation. In front of people. Your old fear returned. What if I fail? What if I forget words? What if they think I am stupid? But this time, there was a new voice inside you. What if I succeed? What if they understand me? What if this changes my life? You took a deep breath. You started speaking. The first few seconds were slow. Then something amazing happened. Your mind stopped translating. Your words came naturally. Simple words. Clear sentences. Real communication. You were not perfect, but you were present. You were not fluent like a native speaker, but you were fluent like yourself. And that was enough. This was the climax. The moment you stopped fighting with yourself. The moment you stopped trying to sound perfect. The moment you accepted mistakes as part of the journey. Because mistakes are not enemies. Mistakes are teachers. Every wrong sentence teaches you something. Every awkward moment makes you stronger. Every brave attempt builds confidence. Let me say this again. Stop thinking. Start speaking. Stop waiting. Start trying. Stop fearing mistakes. Start learning from them. Your English will not improve in your notebook. It will not improve in your head. It will improve in your mouth. When you speak, you grow. When you speak, you learn faster. When you speak, you break fear. And here is the beautiful truth. You do not need to speak like anyone else. You do not need a perfect accent. You do not need big vocabulary. You just need your voice. Your simple, honest, brave voice. Maybe right now you are still afraid. Maybe you are still thinking, I am not ready. But let me tell you something important. You will never feel 100% ready. Confidence is not a gift. It is a result. It is built sentence by sentence, word by word, conversation by conversation. One day, you will look back at this moment. You will remember the fear. You will remember the silence. And you will smile, because you will realize that the only thing stopping you was you. Not your teacher, not your grammar, not your background, just your fear. And when you choose to speak, even with mistakes, you break that wall. So today, make a decision. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Today. Speak one sentence in English. Then another. Then another. Do not stop because it feels uncomfortable. Growth is always uncomfortable. But comfort will not change your life. Courage will. Stop thinking. Start speaking. This is not just about English. This is about your future, your confidence, your opportunities, your voice in this world. You have ideas. You have dreams. You have something to say. Do not hide it behind fear. Let the world hear you. And if you're still listening right now, this is your sign. Your journey does not start when you feel ready. It starts when you decide. So decide today. Speak today. Even if your voice shakes. Even if your sentences are simple. Even if you make mistakes. Because every strong speaker you see today was once a scared beginner. And they had one thing in common. They started. Now it is your turn. If this message touched your heart, if you feel ready to change, then stay with this journey. Like this video. Subscribe for more daily English practice. And watch the next lesson, because your transformation has already begun. Stop thinking. Start speaking. Your voice is waiting.